This story is called Hedgehog is Hungry. So let's look at the cover and maybe sneak a peek and predict what the story is going to be about. So a hedgehog looks like a porcupine. I'm thinking that hedgehogs and porcupines are similar, if not the same animal. And it looks like Hedgehog is hungry and he's looking at a snail. I wonder if Hedgehog likes to eat snails. Paul is going to predict that Hedgehog is looking for something to eat. Let's sneak a peek and see if you can add to some predictions. So, can you make a prediction about some of the things that Hedgehog is going to eat? And maybe you can make a prediction about the setting. What time of day do you think it is? All right, so now we are going to read. You're going to look at the pictures, point to the words, and think about what makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, go back and read it again. All right, so push the space bar and pause the video and read the story to yourself. Welcome back. Let's read together. You're going to read in your book while I read in mine. Hedgehog is hungry. See if you can point under the words while we read together. Hedgehog is hungry. Winter is here. Ooh, Paula didn't predict that. She didn't know it was winter time, but it sure does look like it, doesn't it? With no leaves on the trees, and you can see that the wind's blowing. Winter is here. Hedgehog is asleep. Spring is here. Hedgehog wakes up. Here comes Hedgehog. Hedgehog is hungry. Here is a snail. Hedgehog is hungry. Here is a worm. Here is a caterpillar. Here is a beetle. Here is a slug. Hedgehog is hungry in the spring. So let's think about this. Let's get Quincy questioner first. Why is Hedgehog hungry in the spring? What did he do? Can you look for clues in the story and think about why he is so hungry? Do you think that Hedgehog hibernated? There's a clue here because the setting starts off in the winter and then Hedgehog is asleep and then all of a sudden when he wakes up, it is spring. Do we sleep from winter to spring? We don't, do we? So it's a clue that maybe he's hibernating. It also looks like he might like to wake up at night. He might be nocturnal and come out at night. So I think he might be hungry because he slept for several seasons. Now, what about if Quincy asked, what do hedgehogs like to eat? I bet you could look at the pictures and answer that. Why don't you do that now and then come back and we'll do Sammy's summarizer. Remember, you push the space bar to pause if you're looking at what he likes to eat, and then push it to unpause and come back. So Sammy is going to talk about the characters in the setting in the beginning and the middle and the end. So the character in the story is Hedgehog. And in the beginning, it is winter and Hedgehog is asleep. He is hibernating. But then it turns spring, and so Hedgehog is very hungry. He wakes up and he wants to eat. He finds a snail and a worm and a caterpillar and a beetle and a slug. Hedgehog is really hungry in the spring, and Sammy thinks it's because he's been asleep for a while. All right, great job. You're going to practice reading this book several times. The more you read it, the better a reader you will become. Great job.